going on, guys? Welcome, Rabid here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to mine ALEO to a different pool. This is ZK.Work, and I will have links to everything down in the description, to the pool, to the wallet, and so on, because you are definitely going to need a wallet address to mine to this pool. So let's check it out. All right, so the first thing you are going to need is a wallet for ALEO. So simply come into their website here, ALEO.org, scroll on down till you do see something that says Leo Wallet right here. Experience the power of ZK. Here is Leo Wallet. Click on that and then simply click on download now. This is available at your app store too for cell phones as well as your desktop browser extension. So simply click on that for your desktop, and you can see here remove from Brave because I already have it installed, but that's how you get it installed into your desktop. All right, so to start mining, you don't need to make an account or anything yet, but I highly recommend it because it does sound like you will not get paid until you actually register your account and sign up and everything. So make sure you do that, and that link again is down in the description here. But once you're on here, simply scroll down till you see ALEO here, and then get start to explore. So click on that, and then it'll bring you to a GitHub link. Click on that, and that's where we're going to get all the miners and stuff. So here we can see there's a mining tutorial right here. This is what we're going to be using to set everything up and doing a lot of fast, easy copy and paste. Now, we're going to start this off in Windows and then move over to Hive OS, but for Windows, there is no Windows miner. So you are going to have to install WSL, which is a Linux subsystem, into Windows. So I do have a guide on that. I will post it right now, and you'll be able to follow that video to install WSL. So now once you do have WSL installed, simply click on mining tutorial. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to scroll down here until we do see, actually we don't need to scroll down anywhere. We got to simply just do this right here. So download ZK.Work miner. So we're going to copy this wget. This is the command to download the actual miner file. So we're going to right click this, copy here, and I'm going to actually open up WSL. That is the wrong rig. I am remoted into this one. So we're going to come into here, and now I'm going to simply make a new directory once this does load up. So I'm going to go mkdir, that is just simply make directory. I'm going to call this ALEO. So if I do that, now if I hit ls, it's the same as typing just directory. If you're used to old DOS and stuff, same thing, but we can see here I have Spectre, SPR, as well as ALEO, which we just made. So I'm going to go cd space ALEO into that, and now we are in that. You'll see there's nothing here. So now we're going to paste that command into here to actually download the miner. So we're going to hit enter, and it's going to do all the downloading process here. As we can see, it is downloading. So we're going to wait for this to do its thing, and then once it's complete, we're going to have to unzip that, or in this case, we're going to untar it, which is, I guess, the terms here. I'm still learning Linux, guys, so don't laugh at me. Actually, you can laugh at me all you want, but I'm still trying to give you a nice, easy how-to-do guide here. All right, so it's done downloading everything. If we do another ls here just to check, we can see it downloaded the miner here. So now we got to unzip this, untar it, whatever you want to call it. So you can do here, simply copy step 3 like so. Right click, copy that, and we're going to paste that in right there. Hit enter, it's doing its thing. So now it's unzipping everything. We'll wait for it to finish, shouldn't take too long. We're going to ls here, so now you can see it has everything. So now I'm going to go cd space period, and we're going to go back one actually, and you can see ls here. So I'm actually going to go rm, which is remove, or it's also Rabid mining, but in this case it's remove. So we're going to remove this file right here. Right click, we'll copy it, right click down here, bam, and now if we hit ls, you can see that that is gone. It just kind of clears up your file system if that's something you want to do. So now we're going to cd space and go back into this folder. So simply copy this. Everything does have to be perfect when it comes to Linux. If there's a capital E in here, you have to have it capital. Everything has to be exact. That's why copying and pasting it in makes it much easier. So now we are in that file format right here. We have our miner and everything downloaded and installed. So that is pretty much it. So here you can see there are extra commands here. So if you actually want to kind of edit your prover.sh and everything here, you can do this. You're going to have to nano into this file right here. So we're going to right click, copy this, and here you can see I'm going to type in nano ahead of it. That's kind of like editing a notepad. And then we're going to go into inner prover here. So this is where you're going to set your reward address, your pool, and the name of your miner and everything. I'm not going to do this right now because I want to see if it works without it by just running the line, but you may need to do this to get admin privileges. So I'm just going to kind of skip that edit out of it. I'm going to run this command right here, even though it's not set up. So I'm going to come into here, and this is kind of going to give me some, you can see here we're changing permissions for this. So we're sudoing in, and you're going to have to remember your password when you install this. So I'm just going to paste this one in like so, and it should do it. Now I can't remember what my password is here, so let me figure it out. Well, I tried like 1,000 times. I can't remember my password. I'll figure it out in a little bit here. So I'm just going to skip this part, and we're going to see if I can actually run this miner without adding permissions. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have to add sudo permissions here to run the miner, but we'll find out. So what I'm going to do now is run this right here. So I'm just going to copy and paste this over. So right click, copy, and then I'm going to open a notepad here. Notepad, paste that in, and then we're going to fill everything out like we would for a normal miner. So here is the pool address. I'm only going to use one pool address, not all of them. So we're going to get rid of all of that. So now we got to put in our actual wallet address right here. So I'm going to bring that back, and now I'm going to try to find my wallet address. So wherever my crypto addresses are, here is ALEO. Make sure you get the whole thing. So there's my ALEO address. Copy that. I'm going to paste that in there. And then for our custom name, I'm going to call this, I guess, server 3060 Ti. And that's pretty much all we got to do. So now I'm going to file. I'm going to save that. And I'm just going to call this something, I guess. So I guess ALEO start. That's what I'm going to call this one, so I forget what it is, or so I don't forget what it is. That way, every time I got to start it, I'll know what to do. So I'm going to copy all this right here, right click, copy, and now we're going to see if this is going to work. So make sure, okay, I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. Make sure, yeah, and stop, failed. All right, so make sure we are where we're supposed to be here in terms of your file directory. So we're in ALEO prover here. This is all your files in your miner. So I'm just going to run this right now. As we can see, period / this is ALEO prover. That is your miner right here. This is like running an exe file inside of your normal Windows system. So I'm just going to run this, and we're going to see if it's going to work. And it's not working. Unable to link pool. So I got to see if I got to change something. I think I actually have my address wrong. So give me a second. All right. So I switched it over to the second pool right here. As we can see, I copied and pasted that in here. So now I'm going to try running it again, because this is what I am running on my other rigs for the pool server. So maybe that first one here that's in here by default may be broken. That's to Asia. So now let's try this again. So we're going to come in, open up my miner here because I did close it. Wait for it to do its thing for WSL. So now we're going to go in, and we're going to go ZK.Space ALEO. Remember, whatever you named it, I named mine ALEO. It makes it nice and easy here. And then you can just simply keep pushing up, and it'll remember everything you kind of did previously. So here we're going to go until it says, ZK.Space right there. Right there, ZK.Space ALEO prover. That is our directory. We're in our exactly where we were. So now we're going to right click here and paste all that new parameters back in, hit enter, and now we can see it's connecting to the pool. So you don't need to add the permissions. I guess I could edit that stuff all out, but I'm going to put it there anyway in case that's a way you want to start it anyway. So I'm going to actually leave it. But as it looks here, you can just run the command right here, and then you can connect to the pool and do everything. So everything you need to run your miner is right here. Again, it's highly recommended. Copy it into a notepad, save it so you know it's ALEO start or whatever, and this is what you'll copy and paste once you fill out the proper parameters for this. So let's just run through this once more time. We have period / ALEO _ prover. That is telling it to run the ALEO prover. This is your pool command, and it looks like the Hong Kong pool is the one you're going to have to work. I don't know if there's a US or a North American version. I haven't found yet, but I'll keep an eye on the lookout. But looks like this pool is working. Address, this is obviously your ALEO wallet address. And then custom name, we have whatever you want to name your rig. So make sure you do save that, name it you can remember. But now you can see we're up and running. The GPU is connected. Now we got to do some overclocking here, guys. So right now we're pretty much maxed out, and it's not looking good. I don't even have Afterburner in right now, so we got to turn that thing on. So give me a second. We're going to turn on Afterburner. Yes, do your thing. And we can see we're maxed out right now. I'm going to go to the power here. Power watts. So we're sitting at 217 watts on this thing. So now I'm going to use LOL miner. This will still work to overclock your GPU. So I'm going to lock my core, set an offset, and lock my memory. My memory, I am doing 5001. My core offset is going to be 300. And my core clock, I'm going to lock at about 1400 here. I'm going to apply those OCs. OC applied. remove that down here, and then bring back afterburner. We can see we dropped down to about 110 to 113 watts at the software level. So we're probably using around 120 watts or something, and you're not going to get any hash rates right off the get-go. Looking at this, ALEO does fluctuate all around. Right now you can see we're at 346 kilohash. This could go as high as 600 kilohash, 800 kilohash. I actually have one 3060 Ti that's doing 970 kilohash and drops down to about 550 kilohash. But a 3060 Ti, most of them seem to be the 300 to 400 kilohash range. So it is recommended to look at 24-hour averages to get your hash rate, because it does fluctuate a lot. So if you just turn it on and look at a hash rate, it's not going to be the proper number. Keep that in mind, guys. Coming into the pool here just to check on things, we can see we are detected currently inactive until it does send a few shares and stuff, but it has that connection. So here we can see server 3060 Ti. So that's looking good here. Now that we got this all set up, I'm going to show you guys how to mine this in HiveOS. All right, so the first thing you're going to need for HiveOS here is a wallet. So come into wallets here, and you're going to need to add your ALEO wallet in. So add wallet like so. Type coin and ticker, simply click on it, and they do have ALEO in by default. Now, I think this is a slightly different symbol than what it should be. Point is, it says ALEO, you'll know what it is. So click on ALEO there, and then put your wallet address in, paste it in from your ALEO wallet, whatever you got there, and then name this whatever you want. So just put ALEO wallet or whatever, web wallet, whatever you know, so you don't mix up any wallets in case you're using Exchange or something, because then you'd put Exchange wallet here. But I highly recommend never mind to an exchange. So once you're done setting that up, simply hit that create button and then go into your flight sheet. So I'm actually going to go through my flight sheet to show you exactly what I did here. It'll make it a little bit easier. So we're going to go into edit here. And then first thing you're going to do is obviously pick ALEO from the drop down, like you see right here. Pick your wallet. I have F2 Pool wallet or Leo, because F2 Pool, you actually have to use your account name, but we're going with Leo right now. And it seems like the newest miner on F2 Pool is also kind of broken, so you may need an older one, but I'm liking this pool much better. As for your pool, you're going to have to configure that in the miner. You're going to come into here, type in CU, and then select custom miner is what you're going to need here, and then name it whatever you want. In this case, mine is ALEO ZK.Works pool. That way I know what pool I'm mining to. My other one is called ALEO F2 pool. So now we're going to have to go to setup miner config, and this is where all the magic happens. So to find all the information, we're going to go to the same page we did in Windows. So come to the ZK.Work website here, click on get start to explore, and then click on this GitHub link, and then we're going to go to mining tutorial. Click on that and it gives us all the steps needed. So configuration, install URL, simply copy this URL right here, right click, copy link address, and then we're going to come into our HiveOS here, and you're going to paste that in this line here. It will then pop up ALEO prover. Make sure your hash algorithm does say ALEO. Wallet and worker template, simply bring up to here and put in your wallet here, like so. You don't need the worker name. When I had it in, it did not work. You were getting errors. So make sure you only have your wallet in there, and it looks like this. But I just wanted to show you a nice simple way here. I'll do it again, just so it doesn't look all confusing. So that's what you'll do by default, and then just get rid of it all the way to that period there, and that's what it's going to look like. And now we're going to need our actual pool here. So we're going to come back into here, and we're going to select our pools here from the second one. So the second one here is the one that works and the one I'm using. So ALEO.asia1.zk.work with the port of 10003. So you're going to right click, copy that, come into your flight sheet and paste that in right here. So we're just going to get rid of that, paste it in. Now you can see the exact same thing. Apply those changes and your flight sheet's done. Once you're done that, you're simply going to hit create or update in this case, but I'm just going to cancel it because my flight sheet's all good here. Then we're going to come up here. You're going to select your worker, or I guess you'd already be on your worker. Point is, anyway, come in, and then you're going to hit the little rocket ship that is beside there to send that to the moon. So we're going to come in, select my worker here. Now we're going to go to flight sheets, and normally now you would see your rocket ships for your flight sheets. Mine's already running, so if I wanted to run F2 pool, I just hit that rocket ship and it will take off. So now we got to set some overclock settings. Now for overclocking in HiveOS, they made it a lot more simpler than it used to be. Before, you had to put all your OCs in the miners and stuff if you wanted to lock your core and memory and all that. But HiveOS does it by default now. So simply coming into here, if you click on this little button right here, that kind of looks like a speedometer or whatever, you can get everything. So you can lock your core offsets here. So this is your offset, you know, your 100, 200, 300. That's to kind of drop the voltages on your GPU here. Play with different numbers. I'm doing 200 here on the A2000s, but usually on my 3000 series, I use 300 for this, as well as my 4090. I'm locking my core clock at 1200 for the A2000, and I'm locking my memory at 5001. Now I wish they changed some things here, because now it looks like my core is at 200. My core is actually offset 200. My core is not at 200. My core is locked at 1200, which we just seen. For the RTX 3080 here, you can see I am locked core at 1700 with an offset of 300. Again, memory is 5001. You're locking your memory at 5001 for every GPU. My 3060 Ti's here, they are locked in at 1400, and we got a 300 offset here. My 3090 is coming in at a locked core of 1700 also, with 5001 locked memory and a 300 offset. And my 3070, wherever that is right here, that is locked at 1400 as well, with a 5001 memory lock and 300 core offset. Now, if you want to find overclocks, I got mine from hashrate.no. I'm just going to use the 4090 for an example here. Clicking on it, and then click on ALEO. We can see here, we see offset 300, which is what I got on mine. My core clock lock is locked at 2400. Memory lock is at 5001. Power limit you can set to 400 watts as like a safety thing. I don't set that, because when you do lock your core, then it automatically kind of has a power lock into it. And my 4090, we can see in Windows here, if I bring it up, it's sitting at around 263 to 279 or so. So way below that 400 range. But you can set that as a safety feature in case you do end up losing overclocks. Hopefully that power limit kicks in and you don't blow up any power supplies or blow a breaker in your house. And that is it, guys. That is how you get up and running to ZK.Works pool on Windows as well as HiveOS. Let me know if this video helped you out in any way. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments section, or join my Discord and be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.